5, 6, 7, 8.
That's a hammer? That was perfect, honestly.
Was it?
I loved it. I thought we were perfectly
Yeah.
in sync. I was very proud of you.
Yeah.
Great
then,
work.
Summer and Tom and his little pink
And his
hammer
little pink fluffy
condescension.
hammer and his sunnies before he was even Tom, before he took my heart. Anyway,
Yeah.
let's do it. Let's talk about the summer.
Let's summer.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Gilmore to Say with Tara and Haley. I'm Tara. This is Haley. Hi, Haley.
Hi, Tara.
You look so
I don't have my
summery.
hands like this.
You're praying for a good summer.
I know. Praying for a good summer. Yeah, I wanted to come out with my whole summer look today. I brought all my summer reads, got my little sunglasses.
Wow.
Little
Yeah,
summer
you really
setup
came
in the
prepared. You have
background
two pairs
here.
of sunglasses. Good for you. I
Oh,
can't
I
even
do
keep
have my
track of
sunglasses.
one.
I thought I had a headband on.
You do not.
They're on my head.
I mean, it's
I'll
kind of a
save 'em.
headband. It's just got,
Sunglasses on
sunglasses
it.
attached. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. I came
Yeah.
prepared with my recess, grapefruit tangerine.
Oh, I meant to do like a festive little summer drink. I have my Stanley, which I brought to the beach. So
Yeah. What's in
that
there?
feels strawberry liquid IV always.
Okay. Strawberry girl. Strawberry girl summer. I'm telling you. It's really what
Strawberry
I'm trying.
girl summer.
That's what I'm aiming
Yeah.
for.
That's Tara's plan for the summer. She wants to have a strawberry girl
I want to have a
summer.
strawberry girl summer. I want to make like strawberry basil mocktails, cocktails. I want to bake strawberry shortcake, eat strawberries. I love chocolate covered
Yeah.
strawberries. I love strawberries and whipped cream. I love the color red. I think I look very good in red. So we're trying to have strawberry girl summer.
Yeah, dress like a strawberry. You should get a little green headband, a little red outfit. Might look a little Christmas, but I think you could pull it off.
I think we
in the
can
summer
make
vibe.
it work in the summer.
Yeah. Wait, isn't there an episode where they have little strawberries? No, they're apples.
They're
dressed up
apples,
like
the
little
Cider Mill
apples.
Festival. Well,
Yeah.
speaking of, that is a summertime episode. And the last time that we talked about summer was our Welcome to the Summer episode last summer to discuss
Yeah.
all of the episodes of Gilmore Girls that remind us of Gilmore Girls summer, which is hard. Summer in Stars Hollow
Hard.
is a tough it's a tough find because most of these episodes take place in either the fall, winter, or spring because that's when the show is airing. So it can be
Yeah.
really hard to find that. But in this episode, we are also here to talk about the summer the same way that we have for our tandem episodes from 2022, 2023. We are bringing in the summertime and closing out like our seasonal discussions that we started
Yeah.
with how to have a Gilmore Girls fall with how to have a Gilmore Girls summer.
Yeah, and I don't think summer when I think Gilmore Girls.
No, I don't
There's,
think a lot of people do.
Little bits, yeah, because we put a question box up on our Instagram story for y'all, and someone said just Stars Hollow is just hibernating until fall, and I'm like, no.
No, it's true. But you know what? The more I think about it, the more I really do feel like there are a lot of episodes that have that summertime vibe. They have that sunny vibe. We talked about this last year in Welcome to the Summer, which you were at the beach when we recorded
I
this.
know.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, I was literally wearing a bathing suit and a wet towel.
You were. So I listened to that episode this morning in preparation just to kind of like refresh my memory on what we talked about in the episodes that we discussed. And in the intro, I was like, Haley's coming to us from the beach, but you just got back from the beach.
Yeah,
So
that's why I have
funny.
my Dean tan.
Yes, it's true. But yeah, it's interesting because as we talked about it, we discussed that there are a lot of what we called cusp episodes because there are
Yes.
ones that take place in either the spring or the fall, but they do feel like summertime episodes. Like Here Comes the Sun in season 3. They're in California. Of course it feels like summer.
Summer forever.
Yeah, but
Despite the fact that Jess was wearing a leather jacket.
he was wearing a leather jacket. It was also spring. It was spring in Stars Hollow. So it's kind of hard to talk about it in that context where it's like, this is definitively summer. But there are a lot of episodes that do bring those vibes, those nice, like summertime sunny vibes.
I know you always feel that way about 8 o'clock at the Oasis.
I do. I
'cause
wrote
it's,
that
like,
down.
Definitively fall.
It definitely is. But like, it's
There's a
sunny.
sprinkler.
There's a sprinkler. You have to water the grass. And,
Yeah.
Jess is drenched from head to toe. You don't do that in the fall. When I think fall, I think chili. I
Yeah.
think leaves. I think soup. I'm not thinking of Jess Mariano, drenched to the
sprinkler
high
of soup.
heavens. Yeah, sprinkler. Oh, God.
He's drowning in butternut squash soup.
Oh, my God. I'd still take it, honestly.
Yeah.
But
I'd be fascinated to witness.
oh yeah, I definitely stand by while he gets drenched in honestly anything. But the thing about Gilmore Girls summers, and we talked about this last year, is that we only really get exposition about what happens over the summer. Like they tend to show us spring and then fall, but everything in between can remain a little ambiguous. We'll sometimes get glimpses of episodes, and I do think I stand by what I said in the last episode last year, that the reason they're doing that is because none of these episodes are airing during the summertime. So they want us to be in it with them. You know, when you're sitting
get,
there,
one.
Yeah, you'll get a handful, or like honestly, sometimes one. And sometimes it's even the next day. So it's hard to say, you know, what that actually looks like.
Yeah.
So just to break it down, these are the summer episodes that we talked about. From season 1, there really weren't any summer episodes. The only one that we said was a cusp was maybe Love Daisies and Troubadours. And that's because in season 2, Sadie Sadie feels like a summertime episode, even though it is the next day. It's technically spring. Rory is leaving school, which, you know, depending on when you end, you know, high school, for us, we ended high school in June. And I know that in the South, and I do think in California as well, which I know this takes place in Connecticut, but Amy's framework is from California school systems. I think that ends in May, and I know that the episode aired in May. But for me, I'm just like, this does feel like summer. But then by the time we get to Hammers and Veils, it's summer school. She's building a house. That's a hammer. That is Tom. That is summer. You know,
it's summer. It's summer.
And they're talking about, you know, they're throwing Lorelai's wedding shower, and she's like, you're going to leave this for 2 months. You know, we speculated that maybe Max and Lorelai were supposed to get married in like on Labor Day weekend, which is still very summertime. It's kind of like bringing summer to a close, I feel. And so Red Light on the wedding night and the road trip to Harvard, definitely summertime episodes. You could probably throw Nick and Norris and Nancy in there, but I really think that starts to edge into the fall.
Yeah.
In season 3, of course, the peak summertime episode, Lazy Hazy Crazy Days of Summer, into Haunted Leg. And I also wrote 8 O'Clock at the Oasis as like a cuspy episode. And I would argue that Here Comes the Sun and Those Are Strings Pinocchio are also cuspy episodes.
Yeah, because it's like, it's also sometimes because like we are defining it by like the actual like dates of summer, but summer can sometimes be like a state of mind, because like summer is kind of like Memorial Day to Labor Day.
I think so too, but Memorial Day was like weeks ago, and we're still technically not in summer at this point that we record the episode. I think by the time the episode airs, it will be summer.
Yeah, and for me, it's kind of like back porch season. So it's like if they're sitting outside, it's summer. If they're chilling outside, it's summertime.
So fair. So for season 4, we said Ballrooms and Biscotti, Lorelai's first day at Yale, The Hobbit, The Sofa and Digger Styles. I would also argue that Chicken or Beef could potentially be like a cusp episode. It's probably airing on the side of fall. Rory's definitely in school, but I don't know. The you know, strapless dress that, it's not strapless, but like tank wedding dress that Lindsay has on.
Yeah.
Would indicate it's warm.
Yeah, I feel like the outdoor wedding is like, it's not quite fully fall.
Yeah.
I think that one definitely works. I don't know that if I would have said that last year, but definitely after having watched it this past.
We didn't mention that one last year.
Rewatch.
But I thought of it, and I was like,
I would include that.
I would say Chicken or Beef as a cusp. And then for season 5, A Messenger, Nothing More for sure is a summertime episode. Emily and Rory flitting around Europe and then coming back, and then there's affairs and hockey sticks being thrown out the window. And then Written in the Stars is kind of a cusp. It's like Lorelai's first day at Yale. It's meant to feel back to school. Totally feels like fall, but a lot of it's taking place in the summer. Season 6, New and Improved Lorelai, because we get the June 3rd court date. Fight Face, The Ungraduate, and Always a Godmother, Never a God. Very cusp as well.
Because it's like just back to school. Like she's just going back to Yale.
Yeah. And then,
I
was going to say everybody else is, not her. Season 7, That's What You Get, Folks, for Making Whoopi, and Lorelai's first cotillion. And then A Year in the Life, of course, summer.
Yeah.
Obviously.
So easy.
Yeah. So, I mean, given all of those episodes, like listing them all out, it's like there are quite a few.
There's a decent amount
of summertime, summer vibe episodes that give us a lot to choose from. It's just not the first season you think of. When you think of Gilmore Girls, you think of cozy seasons.
Yeah, because even I'm thinking of like what they're wearing in Written in the Stars, and they're very much just like early fall. Like,
well, same with chilly. Chicken or Beef. Like when Dean is drunk and going into Luke Steiner, he's in a long sleeve shirt. Like, you know, I think it's meant to be very fall in New England. You know, it's meant to be that like early October kind of vibe, which it is. That's when a lot of these episodes are airing. But I just I really feel like a lot of my favorite episodes have taken place in the summertime in Stars Hollow. Like Sadie Sadie, Hammers and Veils, Lazy Hazy Crazy Days of Summer. Yeah, like a lot of some of my Haunted Leg is an incredible episode. Like some of my favorite episodes have
Haunted
taken place
Leg.
in the summertime in Stars Hollow.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
Yeah.
But there are plenty that haven't. But
Of
there's
course.
there's a fair amount. But none of them feel quite as summery as Summer in the revival. Like with the hats and the parasols and the pool.
It's
like
so
they
intentional.
They don't lean into that. Yeah.
No, this is probably the first time that they've really taken a dive into summer in the series, which I'm very intrigued to get there when we do on Patreon. And honestly, by the time we record our summer episode next year, we'll at least be nearing that, if not in it.
I think we'll get there in August.
I think so too, which is
right?
very
Yeah.
appropriate. But one of the questions that we posed, which I'm curious to hear what your answer is, not having listened to the episode since it aired last year, is what do you think that Rory and Lorelai did on their summer vacation before we met them?
We do get like a very small glimpse of Luke and Lorelai talking, like they're changing, and she's like, I've seen you at the lake. So I feel like there's like lake trips, and I don't think that they go to the Gilmore's pool. Not since she was very little. So I think it's a lot of like probably trying to stay cool because it's still going to be so fucking hot in Connecticut in the summer. Yeah, I feel like it's a lot of Rory reading. It's a lot of Rory going to the bookstore, going to the library. Lorelai's working, so it's probably a lot of Rory hanging out at the inn, trying to do things for her, help out around the inn.
Yeah.
Just a little inn rat.
Yeah.
Probably finding cool places to read. Cool being like chilled, air conditioned.
Yeah.
Maybe cool.
Air
Maybe reading
conditioned places to read. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. Then one day she'll kiss Jess by.
Yeah, you know, actually, as I was listening and we were listing off some of the things we were speculating on them doing during the summertime, I actually was thinking of the episode Kill Me Now. It is definitely meant to take place in the fall, but because they're golfing and because they're doing a wedding, it does feel like they started the pilot out in like a very cold, like it's freezing.
It's freezing.
And then all of a sudden it's not. You know what I mean?
They weren't like quite sure what season it was, because
like,
it kind of feels like we like filter through a couple.
Yeah, it's like kind of, I don't know, but
because it's not October till what, the 6th episode?
Yeah,
That's
October
Rory's
8th.
birthday?
That's Rory's birthday. So technically a lot of this is taking place in September. And let me tell you something, it is not
Cold front
freezing in
in
Connecticut in September. Maybe in 2000 it was, but I don't think so.
Yeah.
But
no,
some of
it's
the
a
things that
Canada
we
thing.
said on the topic of, you know, the inn is that Lorelai would definitely be hosting a lot of weddings at the inn, and Rory would probably be helping her out with that. And that she would, of course, be going to the bookstore. She'd do a lot of summer reading. She'd be like constantly getting ready for school the minute the school is over.
Yeah.
You know, big Rory
She
Gilmore
that
vibes.
like summer reading list, she would be
yeah.
done with it by the second week.
Totally.
And if there was any like assignments over the summer, she'd have finished on the first day.
Definitely.
And made up her own.
But as far as the town goes, like we thought that it would be really fun for Taylor to host like a field day, a farmer's market, a seafood festival with maybe another coastal Connecticut town, because they do have a lot of beach towns in Connecticut along the water on the opposite side of where Stars Hollow is, or is meant to be. But also that Babette would have definitely organized a caravan to the beach or the lake.
Yes. Okay, that's what that was from, because I immediately that came to mind, because like they definitely went to the lake at some point with Luke, because they mentioned that. And I was like thinking in my mind, I was like, oh, but I bet like Babette organized it, and that's how they ended up there. Because like, would Luke just like invite them to the lake? I was like, no, this was like a whole thing.
Yeah, totally.
And I was like trying to remember, I was like, have I thought this before?
I just imagine
we talked about it in that episode.
I just imagine Maury like tall Maury and little boopty Babette in their swimsuits, like just running
He's
around.
still got his hat
His
on,
hat is
though.
still on. Yeah. I picture them in a pool more than I picture them at the lake. But
Yeah.
I could also envision Rory being like a volunteer lifeguard. Like she got her lifeguard training and would
I don't
maybe-
see that for her in the slightest.
Really? I don't know why I just see that for her in her
I just
like
don't
one
think she
piece
could
bathing
save a
suit.
single soul.
Oh, fair.
Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe
there
a
is
good,
that one.
Maybe a good resume builder for her
yeah,
for her college
but
application.
that's why she's building houses.
That's true.
She didn't know she needed to build it out, but yeah, I don't think I'd trust a pool where Rory Gilmore's lifeguard.
Yeah.
She's probably reading.
Yeah, that's
somewhere
true. She
drowns.
probably, yeah. I mean, given what Dean says about her in the pilot, I don't think she's paying attention to anybody when she reads.
Yeah, I don't know. There's just something that
There's
she
blood
doesn't
running
give off
down someone's
lifeguard,
face. She has no idea. She's not going to save somebody's
not a
life.
clue. No, that no one asked her. Like she's sitting up in the lifeguard stand and no one expects anything. Of
Yeah.
her.
Yeah. But I wanted to take everything that we talked about in Welcome to the Summer and kind of use it as framework to build our own versions of like how to have a Gilmore Girls summer, how we would spend our summer vacation in Stars Hollow. And then we have some really fun Would You Rathers summer edition for each other, which of course we didn't tell each other what they were. But to start, I just am curious how you would typically spend your summer vacation as Haley. Like, how would you spend summer?
Like growing up?
Like growing up, what did you guys do?
We would always take like 2 beach trips because we would go, now infamous in Taylor Swift's Florida, 3 exclamation points.
Oh my God,
We would
Haley,
always go
the
to
amount of times that
Destin.
we said Florida in this episode in Welcome to the Summer. And I kept going, Florida. And I kept waiting for you to go, Florida. And I was like, no, Haley doesn't know about this anymore. Haley doesn't know about this yet.
Yeah, but we would go to Destin every single year, twice a summer, just like for
Where you just came from.
the fam. No, I was actually on the a little bit, I think, further south in Port St. Joe. We're about 10 miles south of the shark attacks.
Oh, right.
Yeah, but no, so we would always go to Destin, like one at the beginning and one at the end, and then the rest of the summer we're just chilling. You know.
Yeah.
I would read a lot. I would always have cheerleading camps. So
Yep.
I'd do a lot of that. I also cheered on all-star teams, so I had practice all summer. So when I wasn't doing that, I was just reading, chilling, playing with my friends,
Fun.
doing that sort of thing. Nothing crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. We did something similar.
If you know me, I did nothing crazy.
I was going to say. Very on brand. Yeah, we would take one trip to the beach every summer when I was growing up. We'd go to the Jersey Shore, which was a lot of fun. Long Beach Island, New Jersey, which was great. And
PTL? Is that right?
What?
No, that's Praise the Lord. Gym Tan Laundry.
GTL. That's like the Jersey Shore. That's like Seaside Heights. We wouldn't go there. We went to Long Beach
don't
Island.
know
We
the
did take a
difference.
trip when I was in college because my mom and my brother loved the Jersey Shore. Loved it. And so we went, we saw the house, and we went on the boardwalk. It was very fun. But that wasn't our typical yeah, that wasn't our typical excursion. We went to like it was actually a Bible conference with our church, and they had like a whole
Nothing
resort.
says Bible conference like Jersey Shore.
Right? No, but it was great because I loved my friends. We had such a great time. We'd like run off to the beach, run off and get ice cream, go to the little shops down the street. We had so much fun. They had a canteen there that made the best milkshakes. Like to this day, it's the best milkshake I've ever had in my life.
Wow.
Bar
I also
none.
feel like there's something so like summer about things being like just like the way they taste on vacation.
Totally.
You're like, this is the best one I've ever had. And like maybe if you had it at a different time.
Yeah,
of the
you'd be
year,
like, I don't know. It's kind of
that
like
was
when I
good.
retried Pez. Have you had Pez in a while?
I didn't really like Pez.
Oh, I
when
loved
to begin
Pez
with.
growing up. I loved the little dispensers. I loved that you could get the little characters. Anyway, found some Pez, and there was like an unwrapped Pez that was still very much okay. And I was like, let me try Pez again. Nope. I was like, oh, this is awful. I loved it as a kid. Maybe they make it differently
Sorry
now
to
than they did in the
Pez.
90s. But yeah, sorry, Pez.
Maybe. Yeah, no hopes of them sponsoring us.
Sorry. Maybe cut that.
It's all right. No, it's for the best.
No, with the minute that they come out with Gilmore Girls Pez dispensers, they're not going to give them to us because I slandered them.
They won't.
Anyway, imagine just a Logan Huntsberger Pez dispenser.
And
You
they
would
won't let
want
me
that.
have it. Yeah, I would. And I would eat the Pez.
Yeah, of course.
I would eat the Pez from a Logan Huntsberger Pez dispenser.
There you go. All right, Pez,
lie.
I take everything back.
As long as you give us a Logan Huntsberger Pez dispenser
Yeah,
that you ultimately
we'll be
won't
fine.
come out with.
Maybe it was the Dean Forrester ones I tasted that were not very good.
Yeah, that's
That
what
must
it
be
was. It was totally it.
Anyway.
How did we get here? Milkshakes. Ice cream. Great.
Yeah, ice cream.
Beach is fun.
So we would take a beach trip, but we would also take a trip to upstate New York, where we've been going every year for, since before I was born. My mom has been going. And so it almost felt very like, very road trip to Harvard. It was, instead we weren't running away from anything that I know of, but it was like a nice upstate trip and then a beach trip every summer, which was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But I would also go to the Danbury Fair, which is like a very big deal in our town. And so I love like a state fair. I love going. They had little ones, all over the place. And we would just have the best time. I loved going to see the animals. I loved going on the rides, the cotton candy. I'd go with my friends when I was in high school, which was a lot of fun. And yeah, it was just a great time. I would like hang out with my friends and I would hang out at the pool. We'd go to the local town beach, the lake, you know.
Yeah, this is all reminding me, like I'm like having like all these memories of like childhood summers because I was on swim team. I forgot about that.
Fun,
I was
swim
a swimmer,
team.
and so swim team we have like a neighborhood pool, but like swim practice was before the pool opened, so we had to get up like and start swim practice at like 7:30 in the morning, and this was like. I don't remember if it was every day of the summer. My mom hated swim team because she'd have to get us up in our swimsuits and to the pool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was so good at swim team. I would win a lot of my little races.
Okay.
And
Okay,
I
Little
remember like the
Mermaid.
last summer I did that. I know it was Little Mermaid, but I remember the last summer I did it. The coach was like, "Oh yeah, we can definitely work harder next summer." And then I didn't do it.
You
the next
didn't?
summer.
Was it because of
But I-
cheerleading?
It might have been because of cheerleading because like, it was so early too. But like I was so obsessed with like the Summer Olympics, like swimming, like Michael Phelps and Katie Ledecky, is that her name? And Ryan Lochte, who like
Oh yeah.
crazy man.
He was on
yeah,
on Traders.
Yeah. Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Oh, wild. Yeah.
He was on the
No,
first
I like
season.
and like diving. I always loved the swimming events. But yeah, I was a little swimmer, and then we would usually come home, and then we'd go to the pool later in the afternoon.
That's fun. I always loved going
after we
to the
had a little
pool.
rest.
We got an
Yeah.
above ground pool when I was in the 7th grade, and we kept it through high school, which was great.
Nice.
It was really nice. Actually, no, I kept it through after I moved to New York. I think my parents eventually took it down because my dad was like, "This is too much upkeep, and we're not going in the pool. We got it for you guys, so we're gonna get rid of it." But yeah, I also did cheerleading. I went to cheerleading sleepaway camp once, but the rest of it was that we would like start in the summertime. That was a staple in my life for a really long time. We also did like vacation Bible school because I grew up going to church a lot, and so we did that and like music camp, and I did a lot of musicals at the summer outdoor theater, which was a lot of fun. So yeah, our summers were always filled with really cool things, and town things, like town events. Like I always think of the Memorial Day parade, and I think of the state
Or the 4th of
fair.
July parade.
Yes, we'd love to do like a 4th of July, or at the Danbury Mall, which is where they hosted the Danbury Fair. They would do like local fireworks because they have a very small airport there, so everybody would like load their cars up. And I just remember like when I think of summertime, I think of Twizzlers that were accidentally like sprayed, like they almost had the scent of bug spray to them. I know that sounds so gross, but it's because we would like douse ourselves in bug spray. Like I think of the smell of bug spray,
the DEET covered
and
Twizzlers,
which probably didn't have bug spray on
survived.
them, but like just
It was
smelled
just
like
that.
it.
It's like when you're at the beach and you like eat a sandwich and it tastes saltier just
Yes.
because the air is so
Totally.
dense.
Totally.
Yeah.
And we would like sit in the trunk and watch the fireworks, and it was just a lot of fun. So we
Yeah.
definitely did some small town things. But I also took a trip with my mom to Europe after I graduated from college, which was a lot of fun. We didn't go
Yeah.
backpacking, but we did take a trip, which was really nice.
I can't really do the holding the backpack thing. I just don't like carrying things.
No, I like to be kind of unencumbered, you know?
Yeah.
The backpack carrying is a little too much for me. But I'm curious, so knowing how you chose to spend your summers as a kid, in high school, even maybe in college, how would you spend a summer in Stars Hollow?
It'd probably end up being a lot like Rory. We don't really see her having like much of a chill time, but it'd be a lot of like going to the movies and reading. Because like I even think of like beach trips when I was younger. I would like wake up and read my book, get ready, go to the beach, read my book at the beach, come home, or come back to the place we were staying, get ready for dinner, bring my book to dinner, get back from dinner and read my book and start the whole day all over again. And that was like the beach trip for me.
Yeah.
And like kind of like summer when I wasn't off doing stuff or watching Gilmore Girls. So I kind of see that like then, like when I was younger in Stars, if I was in Stars Hollow, and kind of now, like I'd probably pick up new books. I'd probably try and watch all the movies at the Black, White, and Red, and maybe if
Or a movie in the
Weston's
square.
or a movie in the square.
I love a good drive-in. I would love for like Stars Hollow to do like a drive-in movie event, which kind of feels similar to Movie in the Square night.
Yeah, I was about to say I would love to see Taylor try and like wrangle everyone's cars, and then everyone gets like stuck because where else would you do a drive-in and Stars Hollow?
Yeah.
It would really be a traffic hazard. But yeah, I think it would just be super chill. Maybe I'd try to get a summer job. Maybe probably at the bookstore. But I think a summer job at the inn would be really fun.
That's what I wrote down. I would love to have my summer job at the inn. I would love to help out with the weddings. I would love to just like be there. I just imagine myself like eating turkey sandwiches and drinking iced tea like on the lawn or at that bridge.
They don't serve iced tea at the inn anymore.
I don't know. It depends on what season.
Nora Mailer canceled it.
Lunch has been canceled. Yeah, no, I want Suki's iced tea and I want a turkey sandwich and I just want to like take my breaks there.
Sandwich,
I love turkey sandwich and iced tea.
Oh, it's just like a personal.
It's just a personal thing.
Because I was like, what episode's that from?
No, just me. I love like sitting when I think I shared this with you that when like my ideal lunch, honestly, is a turkey sandwich with iced tea.
Yes.
And my best friend Liz and I used to sit during COVID, during the pandemic, because we lived down the street from each other. We would sit in my grandma's driveway in lawn chairs, socially distant, and we would eat turkey sandwiches and we would drink iced tea. And it is one of my favorite memories.
You told me about this in a Patreon episode because I was like, oh my gosh, I had that for lunch. And it turned out that I didn't. I had a chicken sandwich and a lemonade. I was like, oh my God. And then I actually thought about it and I was like, that's not what I did. I was just outside.
I just remember you
and
like,
I had a sandwich and a beverage.
And I was like, you did? And you were like, yeah, but it was chicken. And it was lemonade. And I was like, that's not the same.
I had a drink and a sandwich outside. And I was socially distanced from everyone.
There is just something about a turkey sandwich and an iced tea. Like I will still to this day, if I'm just like, I don't know what to eat for lunch, I need something quick, I will just head to the grocery store. It is so quick. It is so easy. Get yourself a roll. Get yourself some
That's what I had for lunch every weekday at the beach last week.
Was it actually a
turkey sandwich?
Turkey sandwich and some iced
tea? It was actually turkey. Okay. And it was on fresh Mandy made bread.
Mandy made bread. I want some.
Yeah. And I feel like she was like we were saying she was like a cross between our Lorelai and our Suki. Because like I feel like Suki's making fresh bread for
every day,
sandwiches for lunch. Oh my God.
Imagine that. Like I would love to go to that deli that Lindsay goes to when she's trying to make Dina roast beef.
The butcher.
I'm gonna extract that memory from there. But I would love to go to that butcher and get some really good turkey and then have Suki make me some homemade bread and some iced tea. Yeah. Just eat my little sandwich on the bridge of the Independence Inn. Imagine that.
On the bridge of the Independence Inn or Jess's bridge?
No, the bridge. If I'm working at the inn, that's what I want.
Well, are you working at the Dragonfly or the Independence Inn?
I'm working at the Independence Inn.
Okay.
I love the weddings they would host there. I want to watch two
it's still
twins
iced tea.
And their
iced tea is still fine.
Iced tea is still okay.
Yeah.
Iced tea is still fine. But that's kind of what I would love. I would really love to assist Lorelai as she like hosts weddings because I don't really remember them hosting any weddings at the Dragonfly.
Yeah, only like conferences, it seems.
Because
like
it seems like it's
people
a
who
much
are sipping
smaller situation. We don't really know what the backyard looks like, whereas a lot of the Independence Inn events happened, with the exception of course, like Bracebridge and some other things. Like a lot of them happened. Suki's wedding, the other weddings, like in the front yard, backyard.
Grounds.
Yeah, they had very, very vast, like rolling hills of land there.
Which was reminiscent of when we went to, oh my God, the name is escaping me, the inn in
the Mayflower.
Washington Depot. The Mayflower, which it was where she got the inspiration. It was kind of like that there too.
Yeah.
Of like when we walked up to the little pool.
Oh my God. So sweet. So cute. The staff there was so lovely.
So nice.
But yeah, I think that that would be my summer job. But I could totally see you working at the bookstore. What if you work at the bookstore and I'll work at the inn? And we'll meet. Yeah,
and then we can meet up for movie nights.
We can meet up for movie nights.
Lunch
what
at
summertime movies do you think they would play? Obviously The Yearling.
I'm pretty sure that they were going to see Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings also very reminiscent of like The Hobbit, The Sofa, and Digger Styles, which I do feel is also kind of a summertime episode. It's very cuspy. The Lord of the Rings.
I've never seen Lord of the Rings, so we could go see that together.
Oh, cool. I haven't seen it in years.
I've only seen the Hobbit when they're flying things and throwing fire. So that's my extent of knowledge. I do know Legolas, though.
Would you consider The Adventures of Pippi Longstocking to be maybe a summertime
I won't consider
flick?
It. But thank you for asking. That was really kind of you.
Anytime.
I would rather watch the violent emergency vehicle videos.
Well, a film, speaking of, a film by Kirk is definitely on that list. Imagine us just like with turkey sandwiches and iced tea watching a film by Kirk.
Is it
into
nighttime
spring.
now?
Yeah.
Because I think we should get food to go from Luke's for dinner.
Oh,
for the movie in the square.
That's true. I would
Yeah.
I would get that. But I imagine myself similarly to how you were talking about like your ritual during your beach trip. Like every morning as you know, I wake up and I go for a walk in Central Park. I get my matcha, and I go for a walk. So like imagine getting up in the morning, either making yourself like an iced tea or going to get an iced coffee from Weston's or somewhere.
Yeah,
I don't know if Luke is going to give me iced tea
in his Folgers.
or iced coffee. But like imagine getting that and just walking through the town or going to the gazebo and sitting, for you like reading a book, for me probably scrolling on my phone.
Nothing but relaxing.
Listening to music. Like I love to listen to
writing.
Well, listening to writing.
I don't know. I had to show you what writing was.
Thank you. But listening to the Town Troubadour, there is a guy, his name is Ralph, and he plays the saxophone in Central Park whenever I go.
Nice.
And he is so cool.
Wait, you know his name?
Yeah.
It's not just the Park Troubadour?
Well, no, it's because I have Venmo'd him several times because, you know, you tip him. And I absolutely adore him. So listening to him play the saxophone is kind of like the backtrack of my life when I walk through Central Park.
That's so nice. Oh my gosh, I would love that.
Right? Like walking through the town
troubadour
square.
busking around.
Yeah. Just kind of saying hi to people. I love the idea of like being in a small town.
You walk by Jess, you say hi to him. He flips you off, pushes you to the ground. He doesn't want it.
Wow. Okay. That escalated really fast.
He's just not a hi guy. He just walked by.
He just would ignore
anything.
me. Yeah. He would not assault me.
He's not violent, that one. Dean, on the other hand.
Oh,
he
God. He would too. He'd be nice and I'd be like,
you would push him to the ground.
Exactly. But I think like I would really love to get involved in like the town events, especially if I'm someone like Rory who is home for the summer, but like really involved in school in, you know, those other months, that I would want to be involved. I would want to like help with the end of summer madness festival or like the ice cream opening.
I was supposed to say the opening. Would you be the ice cream queen?
I don't know.
The skydiver?
I don't know.
That was one of my would you rathers.
It was. Oh, don't give it away.
Well, you can do it now.
Would I rather be the ice cream queen or the skydiver? The ice cream queen.
I don't know. The ice cream queen seemed kind of thrust upon you.
It did, but honestly, I'm not jumping out of a plane.
Yeah, it seemed unsanctioned.
Yeah.
I don't know if
there was no preparation whatsoever.
Yeah.
But
anyway.
Yeah, I would love to do that. I also would love to help with like the cider festival. And I'd also love to, maybe they would do like a Stars Hollow Ren Fair. Like I imagine that once Liz and TJ really integrate themselves into the town, they would do like a Ren Fair. Yeah.
Oh my God, Luke would hate it.
He would hate it, but he would participate.
Kirk would go full send.
Oh, he would go full send. Totally.
Yeah. And I think he'd get stuck.
I think
kind of like Austin Butler's accent got stuck after Elvis.
Oh, did it?
I think that was a thing. He started talking like that all the time.
Oh, shit.
But I think that Kirk would get stuck. Yeah.
Yeah. He would just keep going and everyone would be like, it's over. And he'd be like, I don't care. It's like when he was Jesus.
Yes, exactly.
Like when he was Jesus. But yeah, I think that would be a lot of fun. I love participating in town events. I love just like seeing people I love showing up to things and not knowing who's going to be there. There's something very exciting, especially like when you're in high school and you have a crush on someone and you're like, oh, I hope that they show up.
In that instance, maybe, but I don't really like showing up places not knowing who's going to be there.
Oh, I mean, like I always show up with like a buffer. I always show up with someone I know. Like if I go there and my mom is there, you know, it's great.
Raw dog in life.
But I do think But I do think there's something fun to being like, oh my God, hi. And especially when you're like a kid and you haven't seen people all summer and like you're like telling them about what you've done over the summer, what they've done. You're just excited to see people. Because at this time, at least when we were younger and also in the age of Gilmore Girls, there weren't phones. There weren't, you know, there wasn't really a lot of social media. You just showed up and you were like, oh my God, what have you done this summer? Oh my God, you got a dog, which speaking of, you could get a dog like Lorelai does.
Oh, yeah. I was like, I can get a dog?
You can, yeah. The option is there.
Sure, I'd get a dog. Yeah. We can go on our little morning walks together.
Yeah.
I'm sure I could sneak the dog into the movie theater.
You could try.
I could trick Kirk.
You
totally gaslight Kirk.
No, but he also would allow it.
Oh, he brought a dog in his person to Luke's.
Yeah. Could become a dog walker.
Fun. I could become a dog walker.
That would also be a lot of fun.
Maybe I'd just become the town Kirk over a summer.
Honestly, sounds
rival
good.
Business.
Well, you're going to have to jump out of a plane. You ready?
No.
Okay. That settles that. All right, I have 2 questions for you that have to do with kind of summertime. This is not a would you rather, but leading us into the would you rather, these are more questions of like, which would you pick?
Yeah.
The first being, if you had to redecorate someone's house to make them happy, whose house would you redecorate? The way that...
Someone in Stars Hollow or someone I know?
Someone in Stars Hollow, like the way that Suki redecorated her entire house for Jackson, even though he was totally fine with the way it looked.
So this is reminding me of a show that's always on in the nail salon. They always put on home improvement shows in there.
Love.
I don't know what it's called, but it's basically you pick someone who's like deserving of a home makeover. They leave, you home make their home, and they come back and they're supposed to like it.
Oh, sure. When they were like, move that bus. Move
it's like that, but it's different. It's not Extreme Makeover Home Edition. But that is returning. Did you see with the girls from the Home Edit?
No.
Yeah. I'm excited about that.
All
but
right, cool.
anyways, probably Luke. Probably Luke.
I understand.
If only because we just recently watched Emily Says Hello. Or no, not Emily Says Hello. The Party's Over. And he has silverware from the diner in his home. And I think that he needs more of a life like a work-life separation, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
And he's still got Jess's bed in there.
Yeah. Who you saving that for, buddy?
He's saving it for him to come back because he's not going to sleep in that bed. Not since Dean slept in it.
No.
Yeah.
Though technically he has, at the end of season 4. But
then he found out.
Yeah, and then he was like, I gotta go.
Yeah.
That's why we don't see him again until season 6. He was traumatized.
That's why he leaves.
That's why he
found out he slept in a bed that Dean had slept in that was his. Betrayal at the ultimate level.
Yeah. It's true.
I think I would definitely redo his because I want to make a little living area. His couch area is just not very nice. So I think I would make one side of it kind of kitchen, dining, set up a nice little relaxing area for him, and then have a dedicated bedroom that's just revamped. He just needs a nice renewal of all his things, because I think he's still sleeping in the bed that was up there when his dad was there.
Yeah, that's also
I don't know that
weird.
for sure, but that's what it feels
also kind of weird.
Yeah, so I think I would I'd give him Extreme Makeover Luke's apartment edition.
Love that.
Yeah. What about you?
In that same vein, I would choose Mrs. Kim's house.
Oh.
Because for someone who sells really beautiful antiques, her house kind of looks like shit.
You know what? I never really thought about the fact that they everyone lives where they work.
A lot of people live where they work. Well, Mrs. Kim does, Luke does. The list kind of ends there, but
yeah, it was just the ones.
Just those 2.
Maybe we should separate some work-life balance for them.
I just really think
clean. It's
no, her house is clean, but it kind of looks like shit.
I wouldn't go as far as to say that.
It's just a mess. I can't distinguish what's the store and what's the house.
That is true. There is I can't determine what is for sale and what is their home. Which I think that's intentional. I think everything's for sale.
Yeah, I really think that she would sell Lane Kim's bed if given the chance.
Yeah, if someone wandered up there and was like,
"Hey, can I take this?" She'd be like, "Yeah." You'll sleep on the floor.
No delivery.
Yeah.
Interesting. I think I would maybe give her a work-life balance.
I want to because she sells such beautiful antiques and she deserves to have some of them displayed in her home.
Yeah.
So I would give her some
living in an antique store. Is her antique store in her home?
I don't know. Yeah, what came first, the chicken or the egg?
I think she's living in an antique store. Or maybe she was living there and then slowly the antiques ended up there and she was like, well.
Yeah. Well, I guess we might as well. Listen, it's very resourceful. I'll give her that. Yeah. It's very resourceful. She doesn't have to pay for storage.
The kitchen's there.
That's what I'm saying. The kitchen's there. And sometimes the living space, the living room is where they do the Bible study and Dave Rogowski plays there. But it's also sometimes. Wait,
how do you think? Where does all that stuff go?
That's what I'm saying.
When they have the wedding or Thanksgiving?
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Props get set right out of there. Set dressings.
I just don't love that for them. I want more for them. I want more for her personally. Yeah. I would also redo.
Lawn? What are they doing? It rains or snows?
I don't know. That's the thing. So much is on the front. So much is out there for them to look at.
Yeah.
But also in that same breath, I would redecorate Happy Alien's home.
I think you'd have to decorate it first.
I was going to say that needs a little makeover. Little makeover.
Yeah. Okay. If you had to put this on a TV show. I don't know why we ended up this. It's because I love to watch those shows when I get my nails done. Would you put Luke, Mrs. Kim, or Hep Alien on like a, we're redesigning the show and it's on, redesigning the space and it's on a show?
It's definitely between Luke and Mrs. Kim, and I think both of them are going to be unhappy.
Yeah, it's going to be one of those things they walk in and they're like,
they're going to be like, move that bus, and then they're going to move the bus and they're going to be like, what the fuck is this?
Or like Luke's going to walk in and be like, I hate it.
Yeah. No, they're both going to hate it. Mrs. Kim would be like, I hate this. I hate this so much. Get this out of here.
I would low-key love to see Zach and Brian like go inside and see.
Oh, I think they
that,
would
like,
go
Lane
nuts.
Still has the bedroom.
Oh,
and
yeah.
they have the bunk beds, but
They're like race car beds. Yeah.
Yeah, they're race car bunk beds.
I think they would love it, and I think that Lane would be like, this is terrible. And they'd be like, this is great. I could see that.
I love it.
So
I could see that too. Yeah. That was fun.
My other question for you, because this is also a big summertime activity for me, I love getting ice cream. So which ice cream flavor at Taylor's Old Fashioned Soda Shop and Candy Store would be your go-to for the summer?
Can I bring one there? Or do I have to do one that I know of that exists there?
No, you can bring one there.
Okay, because my favorite ice cream flavor, like ever, is from Jenny's. It's dairy-free lemon bar, and it's like a lemon kind of, it's not lemon sorbet because it's creamy, and then it has chunks of shortbread in it.
Ooh.
And it's so good.
Yum.
I will sit there and eat a whole pint. It's like, I absolutely love it. There's like an outdoor mall near us, and they have a Jenny's, and every time we go there, we get Jenny's, even if it's 10 degrees, because I just love it so much. So I would make sure that Taylor's had lemon bar because I adore it.
I love that.
It's also a good summer flavor.
Great summer flavor. Lemon is just like such a good summer flavor.
I'm not like a real chocolate lover, so like that's never going to be a real go-to, but all I can think of in my head is Rory saying chocolate, chocolate, chocolate. Like
it's really chocolate,
name,
chocolate,
but so chocolate.
Yeah, totally.
That's all I can hear. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you?
I am a coffee ice cream girl. And even though I don't drink
know
coffee anymore, I do still eat coffee ice cream. I also love a hazelnut. Last night I went to...
Those are good together.
They are very good together. But you know what my combo is? Well, I've had two obsessions because there's an Emerino. There are a lot of ice cream places around here. There's Emac and Bolio, which is unbelievable. And then there's also Emerino, which is a very well-known...
What's the one that has the oat milk and cashew ice creams?
The soft serve?
No. Oh,
well, 16 Handles is also nearby.
No, it starts with a V.
Oh, Van Leeuwen.
Yes.
Van Leeuwen
is
so Van Leeuwen's nearby, 16 Handles, Amarino, Emac and Bolio, which is like a mom and pop, and then like maybe 10 blocks north of me is Ample Hills. So there are ice cream options everywhere. But I'll go to 16 Handles when I want like that oat milk soft serve. I love Emac and Bolio, but sometimes it can be a little heavy. That I think strikes me as more of like a Taylor's Old Fashioned Soda Shop kind of ice cream. It's homemade. I really love their coffee ice cream. Like their espresso is very, very good. And I'll usually get a cookies and cream to balance that out. Just because if it's a little too espresso-y, depending on, you know, what the, I don't know what the word is for it, but like what the intensity is of the espresso, I sometimes need like the vanilla to balance it out. But what I've been getting from Amarino is twofold. It depends on what I'm in the mood for. Either I will get hazelnut and raspberry sorbet.
Oh, I hate raspberry sorbet. That's my least favorite flavor. It's because when you're allergic to dairy, usually the only option is lemon sorbet or raspberry sorbet.
Oh, that's right.
And something about raspberry sorbet makes me rageful. Like when that's the only option, I'm like, how dare you?
Well, I will say pairing it with hazelnut is so good, and putting a little whipped cream on it, even better. But my summertime flavor, I got the raspberry and hazelnut last night, admittedly, because I was in the mood for something that wasn't chocolate, but had kind of the same vibe, which hazelnut kind of offers. I have been getting from Emerino their lime basil sorbet.
Ooh,
it's so good. And so even though I want to have a strawberry girl summer, I do want to learn how to make like a lemon basil sorbet. Could be a lot of fun. And I could see, oh my gosh,
that's what I'm doing, because they can you can like scoop the lemon out and you can serve it in like a frozen lemon rind. That's what I want to do. I have a recipe pinned. I should share it on our Pinterest board.
I wonder if we have the same recipe. That would be so fun. Oh, I hope we do.
Mine was a vegan one. So
right.
I think
I got mine.
Like
I can't remember if I got mine off of Pinterest or Instagram.
Oh, actually, I think mine was from Instagram too.
I think mine might have been. It's like in the little.
We'll share it.
Well, yeah.
We can share it to our story if you guys want to.
Honestly, at this point, yeah. And I just imagine Taylor's Old Fashioned Soda Shop being able to. I wonder if they would ever dive into sorbet, but I just imagine them being able to make like some really incredible summer flavors and maybe changing them out seasonally.
Yeah, I imagine that there's like a core collection. Taylor Soda Shop. Yeah. And then maybe he's making some seasonal things. Yeah. Or maybe it's like if it's not broken, don't fix it sort of things.
Yeah, totally.
So maybe he's serving up the same ones. But I do think that he has not ventured into non-dairy flavors.
No, I can't see him doing that.
Heavy.
I don't think so. But I also would love to see, I think that we could make like homemade sorbet with Suki.
Oh my God. We should do? We should second town troubadour him and start a little ice cream like cart in the town square serving non-dairy ice creams and homemade lemon sorbet.
With Suki and Jackson. It's a partnership.
With Suki and Jackson. Oh my God. Wait. And he could give us like, we can make a lime basil with the things that he's growing.
Admittedly, I really want a lemon basil. Ooh, rasquat. I really want a lemon basil sorbet or a strawberry basil sorbet.
Ooh, that should be good. Yeah.
The basil collection.
This is like when we were younger, we gave like a little bit of what we're doing in Stars Hollow, but now we're entrepreneurs.
It's true.
We're setting up an ice cream shop and everyone's going to be there. Miss Cassini's going to come over there.
Oh, she's going to love it. Yeah. Beautiful sprouts for a beautiful lady. Beautiful basil for a beautiful lady.
Exactly.
Anyway, I just wanted to ask those questions before we move on to the would you rather, because it wasn't like this or that. It was more like, what would you pick? But let's move on to the would you rather summer edition. Stars Hollow Summer Edition. Do you want to start?
You start, because I gave you one.
That's true. And I actually gave these as examples yesterday. So I'll start with one of the ones that I kind of offered up.
You know what I'm actually thinking now? The ones that you gave me as examples, I might have taken some of them because when I wrote this down, I was thinking about it. So we're going to see what happens. When you like texted me yesterday, I'm now recognizing that maybe I wrote that down.
Okay. Well, let's see.
We'll see. I might have to come up with some of this stuff.
All right. That's all right. You're good on your feet. Would you rather come home to a boyfriend that you don't really want to be with or your crush making out with someone else?
Yeah, I wrote that down. You sent me that.
I did.
We're
like, man, I'm quick on my feet.
Up with things.
Man, I'm good. That just came to me.
Oh my God. But I'm just because one of the other ones is about Europe too, right? With your grandma.
Yeah, Europe with your grandma.
Okay.
That's right.
Well, it'll be fine. We'll be fine. Admittedly, I think I'd rather come home to my crush making out with someone else.
Me too. I love a challenge.
I think there's just something like so like soul crushing about not wanting to be with someone, like of like
being with someone but not actually wanting to be with them. Yeah, because in this situation, Rory's got both these things going on. It's not a would you rather. She's literally in both.
It's yeah.
Both are happening.
Because I think there's something like that feels better about having your heart broken than being apathetic towards something. Because at least like you're like in the feeling and like feeling right. Like, not feeling right, but like you're in your feelings. You're standing in them. Like, my heart is being broken because I like this person, rather than like I'm here because I've been here and this feels what I should do.
Totally,
kind of what it feels like with Dean.
Yeah.
So I think I'd rather have my crush making out with Cotton Candy Shane with his hand in her back pocket.
Hand in her back pocket, so
Which,
hot.
That was one of my favorite things in the Instagram responses. Many people said the hand in the back pocket
so
made them think of summer.
I love that. All right. Throw one at me.
Yeah, one that you didn't give me. Would you rather read Poolside with Lorelai and Rory or go to the Luke with Lake? That was not what I just said. Go to the lake with Luke.
I'm a pool girl, admittedly. Yeah. Like, the beach and the lake are, things that I mentioned earlier I did on summer vacation in my past. But, like, I'm a pool girl through and through.
I'm not a lake person.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love the idea of the lake, like riding in a boat.
Yeah. Oh, I love going
being
on the boat.
water.
My aunt and uncle had a boat, and some of my friends who also lived, like, there's a lake community in my town, and I had friends and my aunt and uncle live there, and they would take me out on their boat, which was a lot of fun.
That's nice. You'd have to like literally pay me money to get in lake water though, especially like we live near like a lake that's like considered haunted.
Oh,
a lot of people die there.
Haunted lake. Not a haunted lake.
lake.
A haunted lake.
No, and so you'd have to pay me money to get into the lake. But I like the idea of like going there with Luke. Something about that, like I don't know. I feel like he'd be adventurous, or we'd be fishing or something. I don't know. Totally. But I would choose pool.
Yeah, I would choose the pool. I love the pool. I love going in the pool and then getting out, being under my umbrella with my towel. It's fun.
Yeah, I love it.
I'm a pool girl. All right, here we go. Here's my second question that you're already prepared for. Would you rather backpack through Europe with your mom or be carted around Europe with your grandmother who treats you to everything?
You know, I feel like this is the wrong answer. I feel like I should pick the first one.
I know.
Like something inside of me is telling me, like the listeners are like, you have to pick the first one. But like the second one, I know, because I know that we're going to have to follow her schedule. We're going to have to go where she wants to go, but I'm not having to carry anything. I'm being treated to things. It's not like any skin off her back. Like she's very, very wealthy. Like this is not like a hardship for her.
Yeah.
This is something she enjoys and can afford and does all the time. And I think I would enjoy that. Mm-hmm. And because like we have a good relationship, me and my grandma, and I get to see her without her makeup on, which my mom would love. But not I don't know that I'd want to go to Europe with my grandma.
I was gonna say, I'm thinking Emily Gilmore in this situation.
Yeah. My grandma interrupts our episodes quite a bit, actually.
So funny.
She'll just randomly show up and start yelling from downstairs. But yeah, I feel like I should pick the first one.
Right.
But I'm going to pick the second one.
You know, I also kind of felt the same way, but the way I see it, I kind of had a combo of these two things. Like my mom and I didn't backpack. We went to Europe together, just the two of us. And we definitely weren't like Emily Gilmore style at all. But like that was my graduation trip. You know, I was treated a lot to a lot of things. And I'm so grateful to have had that experience. But I do think because I have had the experience of going with my mom, I would want to maybe experience something a little bit different. Traveling through Europe with someone who knows it very well, would take me to the best restaurants, 5-star hotels, etc.
Like imagine the food you would eat when you're with Emily Gilmore.
But it comes with its set of restrictions.
Yeah. I'm not saying that like food in the nicest restaurants is the only way to do it, because like most of the time food, like especially when we were in Italy last summer, the food there, like everywhere we went, was just amazing. So I'm just like, but like the places you would go and you'd probably meet the chef, and I don't know, there's just something about it that just seems like it's going to be such high quality.
Just a very different experience, for sure.
Yeah. Though I would say like if I wouldn't want to go backpacking again, because I just wouldn't want to carry the backpack. I really think that's my barrier to entry to backpacking. It's just carrying the backpack.
Same.
Otherwise, I think I'd be down to do it.
Yeah. I think it'd be a lot scrappier, and I think that it'd be a lot more spontaneous to backpack through Europe. But yeah, there is something nice about feeling like you don't really have to worry about anything. You don't have to plan anything. I don't know.
Yeah. There's both of them that I could get down with. But I think it truly, like if we could like leave our things and not have to carry them in backpack style. If someone else was carrying my backpack, I would totally pick the first one.
Totally.
That's so weird. That's really my barrier to that.
It's the backpack.
It's the backpack.
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah. But yeah, I just think something about the second one would be just so nice.
Different.
Yeah. Would Emily Gilmore take your Instagrams for you?
Oh, I don't know.
Admittedly, I think that Emily Gilmore would be a lot more understanding of taking like the perfect shot than Lorelai would be.
Totally. No,
She'd be like, I took your picture. This is fine. Yeah. I feel like Emily would be like, oh, okay. I think it would look good like this or like this.
Yeah,
she'd be totally an Instagram
right.
grandma.
She would. I think she'd actually do a good job.
Yeah, I think so too.
Love. All right, what's your next one?
Summer school or summer dropout?
Ooh.
Or school dropout, I guess. And which then immediately when I wrote that, I was like, beauty school dropout. No graduation day for you.
Yeah, no. It's
so like summer school in the style that Henry has to do summer school because he failed trig. But or would you drop out in the style that Rory did because someone gave her bad feedback?
Oof, that's a really good one, Haley.
Thank you. Because the other ones I actually just from what you said.
I'm torn. I think summer school. I just think the fallout from dropping out of school and all of the emotional turmoil that comes with that is it just is far outweighed by the like, I didn't do well in a class.
Having to do trig for a third time.
Yeah.
And
I'm working towards something instead of I'm running away from something.
I'm working towards something that I'm still not doing well at.
Yeah.
Rather than just giving up entirely because you weren't good at it in the hands or in the mind of one person.
Yeah. Well, like both are hard. I'll give it that. But what would you pick?
Summer school.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Because
well, you also love school.
Feels a bit dramatic.
You love school.
Drop out of school. Exactly.
Okay. Would you rather end your engagement the way that Lorelai did with Max or the way that Lorelai did with Luke? Thinking of the fallout. Thinking of like everything that kind of came from it.
Well, definitely the Max one, because nothing came of that.
Yeah.
There were no consequences to that.
I feel like that lingered for a long time, though.
But then I have to get married to the person who I sleep with.
Oh, that's true.
And that seems like a lot of pressure.
Okay, follow up. Would you rather get into a friendship-ending fight with Luke, like in Teach Me Tonight, or a relationship-ending fight with Luke, a la Partings?
Probably friendship, just because of the way that you were able to come back with Mimi.
Well, not knowing. I'm talking about like you have to spend your whole summer now.
Ooh, that is a really hard one, Tara.
It's a hard one because like she spent her whole summer grieving the loss of her relationship with Christopher. Because that was, she was basically left by this guy and she got into a fight with her friend who she hasn't spoken to all summer. And then in the opposite way, she's spending the entire summer grieving the loss of her relationship with Luke, knowing that she ran into the arms of Christopher the minute that it was over.
I think that in the same vein of like wanting to, like preferring to see your crush make out with someone else, I think that I would do the friendship because I think that I would feel more conflicted about the way that she dealt with it of like sleeping with Chris and then like starting a relationship with him while like the undercurrent of Luke is still there. I think that I would rather just like outright feel everything rather than trying to mask it with another relationship. I think that I would be able to deal with the summer after Teach Me Tonight a lot better than I would be able to handle the other one simply because of the way that she goes about like masking her feelings by jumping into a relationship with Christopher. I think that I would have an anxiety attack daily with like the feelings that I'm suppressing about Luke while also entering into this relationship that I ultimately deep down am also suppressing that I shouldn't be in it. So I think I picked the friendship.
I understand. I think I'd be more inclined to pick that as well. Just the shame that she feels from sleeping with Christopher and the shame that Luke continues to make her feel in season 7 for sleeping with Christopher is so bad. But I guess now I have another follow-up one. So.
Okay. Nothing but follow-ups.
Nothing but follow-ups.
You didn't give me any of the follow-ups in the text.
That's
so
true.
There's no way I can have these.
Would you rather face the fallout of ending your engagement, sleeping with your ex, who's also the father of your child, and knowing how deeply that hurt your ex, a la Luke, Lorelai,
What's
and
the
Chris?
other option?
Or face the fallout of knowing that sleeping with your ex-boyfriend caused his marriage to fall apart and that you were the other woman, a la Rory, Dean, and Lindsay?
Probably the Lorelai.
Really?
Because I think everything's a little bit more cut and dry of like, yeah, I recognize that was probably, oh God. It's the Lindsay. Because there's no Lindsay in the, I mean, I guess a little bit Luke. Because it was so immediate.
Yeah.
And like either way, I think that just technically she's not cheating on Luke, even if it's hurting him. And it's not really like, it's like we're ending our relationship and I'm actively ending our relationship and moving into something else. But with Rory, it's like Dean is still definitely it married. And there wasn't really a check.
No.
To definitely ensure. I mean, he kind of manipulated her.
I was going to say the only reason that I'd be inclined to choose Rory's situation is because I feel like she was duped a little. Did she do her research?
She was duped.
No.
But
she was kind of duped, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like, in a lot of ways, he manipulated her into like, yeah, my marriage is over. And she took his word for it, especially given all of the breadcrumbs that he left leading up to that moment of like, it's not working with Lindsay, sneaking around her back, showing up for her at various points, getting upset that she was maybe going to run away with Jess. Like, he kind of led her to believe that those feelings were there. He says, I love you. You know what I mean? So I would feel more duped, less like I made a mistake. And I do feel like to a certain extent, I don't know. With, you know, in season 7, Lorelai's like, I slept with Christopher. It's over. We're not doing this anymore.
Yeah.
She seems very definitive about it because she's so betrayed by Luke, and then he in turn is betrayed by her.
Yeah, he's so mean to her too. I think that the only thing is I know that I would really suffer at the hands of my own mind by being duped, convincing myself that it wasn't my fault, but then on other days recognizing that like this entirely is upon me for like ruining their life, especially when I run into Lindsay's mom in the street.
Oh God, yeah.
And like the fallout that is, because it impacts so many people. But I think that like I made all of the decisions like fully aware of everything, even if I was like guided by my emotions to make these decisions. But I'm not doing anything like with anything hidden. Like it's all out in the open. And I would be okay to feel all of the feelings as a result of it, because I would not feel like I was duped, or like I duped someone, or like I purposefully didn't see the signs so as to not
like intentionally
feel
look the other way.
Yeah.
It's a tough one. I still don't know where I stand.
Yeah. No, I do. I would the Lorelai.
I'm still torn.
Yeah.
Anyway, you go ahead. I've had like 3 in a row.
Though.
Yeah.
That was like 16 questions.
I know.
Well, mine's not as intense.
Salacious.
But would you rather have a Jolly Good Felon party for you or a Suki bridal shower?
Oh, a Suki bridal shower.
Alternate to that, because that one was really easy. Would you rather have a Jolly Good Felon party, or would you rather attend a wake for your best friend's dad boyfriend who was 60 years old?
Jolly Good Felon party. Follow up for you. Would you rather have a Jolly Good Felon party or a farewell like Rory throws Logan in partings?
Oh, that one's better.
But he's leaving. The party's better, but the circumstances
But
are
I'm also
suckier.
lying to myself.
True. But
I'm also lying to myself in both of them.
That's true.
I think Jolly Good Felon.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, the party is ice cream.
The party is lovely, but
yeah,
you know, I don't know.
She's a Jolly Good
Felon.
She's a Jolly Good Felon. Would you rather go to Europe after the mistakes you've made, or would you rather go to jail after the mistakes you've made?
Europe.
Season 5. Why?
Europe?
Why ever so?
You know what's so funny? My question for you was, would you rather face the fallout of having a marriage-ending affair or the court date community service from stealing a yacht and getting arrested?
100% the affair.
Yeah.
I got to go to Europe.
I know.
That one was really to just showcase how bonkers it is.
How cuckoo bananas one season can be.
Yeah.
The difference of a season can make.
Yeah. Rory had an affair, and they were like, let's get her out of here, send her to Europe on this glamorous trip. And then she steals a yacht, going to jail. That's it. Wow.
Damn. How far we've come. Do you have any more?
No, I don't.
My last one is...
I had 2 other ones, but they were yours.
That's true. My last one is, which is kind of in the same vein, would you rather drop out of school and move into the pool house at your grandparents' house, or end your engagement and sleep with your ex-boyfriend? You're betraying someone, like in both situations, you're betraying someone who you deeply, deeply care about, and running to somebody else as a betrayal of their trust.
You know, for some reason, I'm immediately like, I'm not going to do that to Lorelai. I'm going to sleep with my ex-boyfriend.
Yeah.
Why am I like why am I not going to betray my mom Lorelai, but I'm going to like go sleep with my
there's something
ex-boyfriend
different
who's the
about
father of my children?
Yeah, there's something different about moms. I don't know. We're both very close with our moms in general, but also Lorelai. Like, you're not doing that to Lorelai.
Yeah, because like that was like one of the biggest betrayals is watching her unpack her stuff in the pool house.
Look at her and then look away.
As that song is playing, what is it? The rain. I think it's gonna rain today or something like that. And she's just arms crossed staring at her and she says nothing.
It's so sad.
Could you imagine that?
No, I can't.
I'd rather sleep with my ex-boyfriend.
Truly. Even if it is Christopher Hayden.
Even if it is Christopher. Now that you say that, though, now we've invoked his name. No, I still think that's that's like a crazy one.
I know.
Oh,
crazy, right?
Wow.
Because you're betraying two people that you care about in two very different capacities, right? By running to the other party that they are either threatened by or like have always been fearful of, etc. For Lorelai, it's her grandparents and like doesn't want Rory to have that life and like has been really kind of on the fence about them having a relationship from the jump. And then with Luke, it's Christopher, who he's always had, you know, he's always felt threatened by, understandably so, and also understandably so for Lorelai, and they are betrayed.
Yeah. Wow.
Crazy, right?
Yeah. Wow. That one's hard. Yours were very hard. I thought
Thank you.
I was leaning more into the
fun.
The fun.
I just was like,
I'm glad we
had the fun balance.
Oh my gosh.
But we did ask our besties what they thought of when it comes to a Gilmore Girls summer.
Yes. Can I tell you?
Do you want to read those?
My absolute favorite thing. Hold on, let me pull this up. My absolute favorite thing is how many people wrote Lazy, Hazy, Crazy Days of Summer. But the best part of it is that no one said it the same. A couple of people.
Yeah.
Like, not just a couple. Most people said Lazy, Crazy, Hazy Days of Summer or Lazy, Hazy, Crazy. But some people just said Lazy, Hazy, Crazy, Hazy, Lazy, Crazy, Crazy, Lazy, Hazy,
nice
Crazy, Hazy, Daisy Days of Summer, Crazy, Hazy, Daisy, that fucking song.
That fucking song got me.
The song that plays, like everyone was
that
just
annoying
like
fucking song. Like there were so many variations of that goddamn song.
Yeah, there's so many variations of that, but like so many variations of like the actual name of the song or like the lazy song, which I'm pretty sure that's a song by Bruno Mars. So like that wasn't in Gilmore Girls.
Today I don't feel like doing anything.
Exactly. Not that one, but we got it. And something about that really just killed me that like everyone had a different way, but like we all knew exactly what you were talking about.
Totally.
So I got it. We had it. But some of them were build a house with a fuzzy hammer.
Gotta.
Of course. How could we not? Move into college. Some of us will be doing that soon, I'm sure. Soon? Later this summer.
A couple months, yeah.
Yeah, because I'm sure a lot of people have graduated recently, which congratulations. Yay. We had a graduation episode last year. Which
we did.
Listen to that one.
Loved that episode.
Run away to Europe, of course.
Yeah.
You can do that. Or you can like purposefully plan
I was going to say,
Europe.
sometimes intentional, sometimes not.
Yeah. I think that we are both crossed off the list of intentional trip to Europe.
So maybe it's time to be unintentional or just spontaneous. Oh my God.
Yes, let's run away to Europe sometime soon.
Great.
But we can't plan it.
Okay, so no planning.
No planning. We just have to hop on someone else's trip.
I love it.
Do a community service project that is court mandated.
I was going to say after stealing a yacht.
Yeah, the first one, not court mandated. You get to volunteer to do that for your resume. Attend a town event. There's so many. I feel like the lazy, that one. Definitely End of Summer Madness, which, speaking of End of Summer Madness Festival, we are having an End of Summer Madness live on August 11th in LA. So that will be our own nod to it. Will we sing that song?
TBD. You're going to have to show up to find out.
You will, but we will. But we won't if you don't want us to.
Yeah.
But we will. We're going
also,
to,
if you don't want it stuck in your head, totally understandable.
But we will, 100%. Maybe we can all sing it together. Because it seems like not everyone knows lyrics, and I think that might be fun.
That would be so fun.
Just sing the lyrics that you think it is.
Yeah. Choose your own adventure.
Look them up beforehand. Yeah, exactly. Make up with a friend.
Mimi.
Just walk into their diner. Mimi. That always will never not make me think of my dog. His name is Mimi. Who's turning 18. I think the week this episode airs on the 26th. Yeah.
She's going to college.
She's going to go off to college. We're going to have to do all the pre-college rituals, which was they were going to have movie marathon and Sephora trip and biscotti. So we'll do all that before she heads off to college.
So true.
Surprise your friend with a wedding shower if they're getting married.
But maybe just throw your friend a party, whether that's a wedding shower or a funeral for their dead boyfriend or...
I was like, if your friend died, not that.
Oh.
Throw them a funeral.
Awake. Sorry.
Yeah.
Not a funeral.
But for someone in their life, not them particularly.
Yeah, no, not for them.
Whoa. I was like, that got dark really fast. Or, I think that you could throw some sort of party to celebrate an achievement, because you don't need to just throw baby or wedding showers, bridal showers. You can do if they're starting a business or got a promotion or embarking on something new, maybe throw them a little dinner party.
Or if they were supposed to have summer plans with their boyfriend and they got squashed. So you are throwing them a party reminiscent of where they were going to go, like Asia.
100%. Yeah. Fun. Yeah, do something fun. Doesn't have to be a wedding.
Dessert sushi.
Yeah, I really love sushi. I had that for dinner last night. Delightful.
Yummy.
Go to summer school if you need to. But also, I took summer classes in college. Get ahead. That's nice.
Or take an internship.
Rory Gilmore should have been doing, which, again, she should have had an internship in her summers, which she acknowledges in Norman Mailer and Pregnant. Which I guess that one also feels very summer to me. It is fall, but something about it's Norman Mailer drinking the iced tea. So
I know.
We can maybe throw Norman Mailer into this.
We could.
Have tea with Norman Mailer.
Honestly, I'll do it.
Would you rather have beer ice cream with Logan or iced tea with Norman Mailer at the Dragonfly?
I think the beer ice cream. I love iced tea, but I don't know that Norman Mailer and I could have a great convo. I'd rather talk to Logan.
Yeah.
I know your answer.
What is it?
It's Logan.
Do I have to drink the beer ice cream, though, because I don't like beer and I can't eat ice cream? Can I have a setup differently?
No.
Those
are the options.
Float?
I love a root
guess
beer
I'm going
float.
with Norman Mailer.
All right, I guess you're going with the Norman. I'll take Logan. You take
Can
Norman.
you imagine, we're both going on separate outings. You're going to get beer ice cream with Logan, and I'm going to get iced tea with Norman Mailer, and we're just okay with that?
I know, especially given my love for iced tea.
I know.
It's weird.
That was the weird part, is that I'm getting iced tea.
Yeah, and I'm not.
Part. Yeah. We had help your socially awkward friend, rather, get ready for a date.
Paris,
getting ready in Washington. I guess go on a school trip. That was something.
Go on a school trip. She did.
Something that people did mention a lot was the body shaming that happens in the revival with the name Back Fat Pat. Is that what it is? And I just hate that.
Me too.
That literally in conjunction with the lazy hazy being the top answer, that was the second one of a Gilmore Girls summer is lazy hazy crazy and fat shaming.
Yeah, I wrote go to the pool, don't fat shame anyone while you're there.
Yeah. Yeah, because that's just, we hate that. That's one of my least favorite, probably one of my least favorite jokes from the entire series was that. It was let people go to the pool and be as confident as they want to be if they want to wear a Speedo.
Yeah.
That's what you should admire about them, and not the fat shaming. So had to bring that one up because that one was
very
on par
important.
with Lazy Hazy because with the amount of people who thought of that as a Gilmore Girls summer, which kind of sad, but
I know, a shame because that's the summer episode of A Year in the Life.
But the other one that someone mentioned was a summer reading list. Made them so I'm gonna make one on Gilmore to Read on the Instagram account so that you guys can come over and see a Gilmore Girls, not reading like the Gilmore Girls would read, but reading like Gilmore Girls if you want books that feel like that this summer to read outside, at the beach, at the pool.
Perfect.
On your porch, in your bed, in the dark, wherever you want to read. Maybe you can't read in the dark.
Feel
bed.
Light. Yeah, get some light.
Yeah.
But that's our Gilmore Girls summer. That's how we would spend our Gilmore Girls summer. Very easy, very breezy, very beautiful Gilmore Girls.
I was wondering where you're going to go with that, but I'm glad you wrapped that up like that.
Thank you. But next episode, because summer is so mysterious in Stars Hollow, we put out there summer what ifs to our Instagram followers, and they gave us a lot to think about. We love a what if on this show.
There were so many. Can I tell you,
because
though,
there's so
when
much
Tara,
left to the imagination.
yeah,
in the
when
summertime.
Tara was putting this on our story, she was like, what should I do? Like, what if Lindsay hadn't found the letter? I was thinking like, oh, what would they do at the pool? I was thinking like fun. But then the questions that people were asking, I was like, whoa, these are deep.
Deep. And I'm very excited.
And we'll have more to say on that in the next episode.